First topic this week is ditching inflammation. So inflammation is very, very rampant. I would say almost every single patient that I see has inflammation. I see it walking around in the streets all the time. Inflammation is huge, and it's playing a huge role in our health in a very, very negative way. Now, I want you to go back and read the last email that gives you information on the difference between acute and chronic inflammation. We're going to be talking about the biggest factor that is going to influence inflammation, and that is what you put in your mouth. So a lot of times I refer to this or tell people to stop eating fire, okay? And so the concept of this is that every time we eat inflammatory foods, so this is processed, packaged, fast foods, they cause inflammation in our body. And so our body's first line defense is our immune system. And so when we put something inflammatory in our body, our immune system sends out the troops to go put out the fire. But what happens is when we have this low-grade chronic inflammation over and over and over again, the troops run really thin. One, because our body's priority is to protect our vital organs, so our brain and all of the organs in our torso here. And so every time we're eating inflammation, our immune system's having to go in and attack that to keep our organs safe. When we have injury like knee pain, hip pain, ankle, shoulder, whatever it is, we can actually live without our extremity. We can just cut it off and we'll still be okay. And so our body has to prioritize, and our immune system has to prioritize what's important. And so when we're constantly eating something inflammatory, the immune system is always on overload trying to protect these, and it doesn't have enough energy and it doesn't have enough troops to go out and send to your knee or your ankle or your hip, your shoulder, your wrist, whatever your pain is. There's not enough resources to go and also put that fire out and help that heal. Because like we talked about, inflammation is part of that inflammatory cascade, which is our healing cascade. So when we get injured, immune system comes in and heals up all of the tissue, taking out the good, bringing in the bad, taking out the bad and bringing in the good, okay? So when our troops are running thin, that's why sometimes you recover a little bit, but then you have this chronic pain that lasts for a really long time. And that's just because our body doesn't have enough resources to go and heal that completely, because we're too busy putting out the fire that's coming in our mouth. So the best thing we can do is reduce the inflammation coming in so that our body can rebalance and prioritize where the troops are going so that we can actually heal and recover well. So even if it's not injury, if it's recovery from the gym and working out and going on hikes and doing all the active things you love, you don't recover well if you don't have the resources to do so. So one of the biggest things is going to cause inflammation, joint pain, insomnia, anxiety, a whole shebang of things is going to be sugar. So that is going to be our focus. Number one thing is we are ditching sugar. So the first place we're going to start is we're going to ditch sugar. So below there is a handout for the five ways to ditch sugar. And so that's a really amazing handout with a ton of information about sugar, what it does to our body, the hidden sugars that you find in foods and different things like that. So that's a really great resource and a great place to start, so that maybe we're not revamping everything, but we're going to take the one thing that we're consuming the most and it's having the biggest impact on our health. And so decreasing sugar is going to significantly reduce joint pain, increase your energy, your mood, help your sleep. And so across the board, it has just a giant ripple effect in terms of helping that out. So get your free resource and start ditching sugar. That's going to be the first place that we start, because inflammation is going to have the greatest impact on your body, and getting rid of one of the highest inflammatory foods in your diet is going to be the best place to start. So if you are someone who's thinking like, yeah, I ate a lot of sugar since, October, sugar season, and you're probably ready, like gung-ho, let's do this. For someone else who managed pretty well throughout the holiday season and you're like, I don't really eat sugar, the hidden sugar is what's important, because there is sugar in literally everything unless you are eating straight food from the earth and whole foods, okay? Anything that's packaged or processed has sugar in it. And so really highly encourage you to dive deep and look at everything that's coming in that has sugar. So the easiest thing is start with things that are straight up sugar, right? Processed food, sugar, candy, cookies, breads, pastas, all of those things, and then also dive deeper into things where they're hidden, like condiments and dressings, sauces, and those different things. So get your free resource guide, get started on ditching sugar, and I'll catch you in the next video.